Hey guys, for today's exercise we're going to combine two pieces of data from Google Ads and Google Analytics. The final outcome we're shooting for is what you see on the screen. We have in columns A, B and C data from Google Ads, and columns D and E data from Google Analytics. And all of this is arranged by column A, the dates, the number of impressions, clicks, users and sessions that we've received on a specific date. Let's try and download the stuff from Google Ads first, and we'll put that into columns A, B and C. So here's Google Ads. Let's go into campaigns. Let me just select this time period for the last 30 days. You'll see here that everything's arranged by the campaigns, but we need them arranged by date. So let's see if there's a report we can use. Maybe one of these reports gives us what we need. Not here. Let's see if we can download this instead. Not from here either. There, we download. Let's open this in a report editor. This looks like something that could be useful to us, but you'll see that the data is still arranged by campaigns. Let's remove these campaign parameters first. And find a date parameter that we can group by. Well, start and end dates of the campaigns aren't relevant to us. Let's say day. There we have, I think we have what we need. A few more metrics than we actually need, but we can take them off later. Now let's download this. There, we're going to download this as a CSV file. Google Ads preparing the report, and here's a download. Let's go into a spreadsheet. Let me clean this up first and import the data. I'm going to upload the CSV file that we just downloaded. And here, replace the current sheet. There, we have the data that we need. We have a few extra metrics in here that we don't need, but we need the impressions. Just bold it, the day, and the clicks. All right, this should be enough from Google Ads. Now let's download this, the next two columns from Google Analytics. So I'm just going to open up Google Analytics in another window. Quick reminder, we're looking for all the information segregated by day, arranged by day, and we need a couple of more metrics from Google Analytics. So let's go into Google Analytics and let's see, maybe it's within audience. It should be within the audience. Maybe not. Let's look at acquisition, but first actually let me just make sure the dates are correct. The last 30 days. Oh, I have the wrong property set up, so I'm going to go up to the left and choose the correct website. There, we have some data now, but this is not the view we need. So let's go into traffic and channels. All right, same as in Google Ads, we have everything arranged by traffic channel grouping. So let's add a date here, in fact. There, we've got date. Maybe it's there within source medium as well. Maybe not. Let's go back to default channel grouping. Sorry about the detour. Choose date again. And let's download this. Quick reminder, see we have users and sessions right here. We don't care about the rest of the metrics, we just need those two. Now to download, where's the download button? Not here. Oh, maybe it's called something else. Not one of these either. There, export. Let's download it into a CSV file and do the same thing we did earlier with Google Ads. It's downloaded now. We're going to open a new sheet, go to import, and upload the CSV file over here. Choose replace current spreadsheet, import data. There. Looks like we didn't get all of the data we needed. Let's see what's happening here. Let's go back to Google Analytics. This is probably because we have to show all of the rows here first. It'll only download whatever is showing on the screen. So let's remove this and go back to Analytics, and this time export it. Let's try Google Sheets. Import the data. Great, this looks like what we need. So let me just copy this information here and paste it into our manual demo sheet. Here it is. Give it a name. Let's also rename the Google Ads one. Great, now we need these columns, so I'm just going to copy and paste this into a new sheet on our manual sheet. There. Now copying over the days. Great, and however, you can see the problem here. These are the same dates, but they are not in the same format we want. So let me see if we can just simply change the date format and it corrects itself. Go into data, sorry, this one, and choose date. Whoop, nope. This definitely isn't 57,234 year. So let's try something else. I'm gonna undo that and try again. More formats, more date and time formats. That might work. The first one looks like it should work. So let's try this one. Whoop, again 57,234 year. That's too futuristic for us. So let's see what else we can do with it. Probably have to run some formulas. Great. Now we're going to use the left, right, and mid formulas to fix the dates. So I've already got them on this cell. The left formula to get the years, mid formula to get the months, and finally to get the dates, I've got the right formula. Now I'm just going to drag this across all of the rows. Next, I'm going to use the concatenate formula to get it in the right format. We're just going to put some dashes in between. Dragged it across the rest of the rows. Now you can see it looks exactly the same as all the dates look the same. I'm just going to copy and paste this entire column into the beginning on column B, because we need to run a VLOOKUP later. Now you can see we have dates and users and sessions next to each other. However, there might be instances where there are multiple entries for the same date, because something came through organic search and some others came through direct search and direct traffic. So to fix that, we're going to create a pivot table first. Now let's play around with the pivot tables to get it in the right format where all the traffic information is summed up next to the dates. Wait, not this. Actually, not this. There. Got sum of users. We remove the date and also sum of sessions. There. We have the right format now. We should be able to run a VLOOKUP. But going back to Google Ads, we've got impressions. Let's pull that first into our master sheet. Drag this across. Same with clicks. Now for the column number, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 13. Great, drag that down. Sorry, let's remove now these column D and E, they come from Google Analytics. So let me try and run the same formula but on the pivot table now. Now you can see that it's actually not finding that cell, finding the date, even though we can see clearly that the dates are there. So let's fix this first. One of the dates here looks like it has been messed up, so let's remove that entry altogether and see if we can run it again. It's removed from the pivot table as well. Now let's try and run this again. Still not working. That's because it's not able to find that date, which is formatted probably differently in our pivot table, in our main Google Analytics table. So we're going to rename that, reformat that as a date. Let's see if it works now. There, it's working. The same thing for sessions. That's weird. Let me try the formula one more time. Great, now the same formula works. There. Here we have it, folks. The data in the format that we want. This time we've pulled everything manually. Next we're going to try out the same thing using Airboxr instead. Okay, now we're going to do exactly the same thing, but this time using Airboxr. We're going to import. Let me first choose Google Ads because we're going to import the first set of information from there. I'm going to choose the right columns to pull. We've got day. We've also got impressions and clicks. So let's choose impressions and clicks. Next, we're going to filter because we chose the last 30 days there. We're going to choose the last previous 30 days here as well. That's it. Now we're going to choose, now we're going to summarize the information. Now this is very, very similar to what we did with the pivot table. Just like we summed up all the entries for every date, we're going to do the same thing here. I'm going to do a sum of impressions, sum of clicks, and then I'm going to group this by day. If I hit import, there I've got the first bit of information here already. sum of impressions and clicks arranged by day. Now I'm going to save this so that I don't have to do this again the next time I need to do this. Giving it a description so that I remember what it was exactly that I created. Hitting save. This becomes a hop. Now we've got impressions and clicks. Now we need users and sessions from Google Analytics. So let's do that. For that, we go to lookups. This time we're going to choose Google Analytics. Within audience, we've got dates, users, and sessions. Next, we're going to look up the keys. Very similar to a VLOOKUP. We're going to say, hey, look for day, which is the A1 cell there, in date, and append users and sessions. There. Now we have this information, columns D and E coming in from Google Analytics. We have recreated exactly what we want to do. Same thing, same numbers as that on the manual demo, except it took us a lot less time.